the bustling streets of Cairo, the beautiful mosques, the first coins ever used in Egypt, and the Civilization Museum, along with mosques and so much more. Welcome to part 2 of my Cairo vlog. So here we are, and there are a lot of interesting things that we're going to be doing and seeing here for the next 1 hour, starting with... Look at this, guys. This looks like a time capsule. Once we enter here, we're going to be transported 35,000 years into history. And for that 1 hour, everything we're going to explore is deep within the history. So let's go and make our way inside this beautiful museum. Okay guys, so when the mummies were moved from the Egyptian museum to this new museum, there was a very huge ceremony that took place. I'm going to attach glimpses of that so you can just have a look at how royal it was. And these are the royal mummies. We can go to the underground level and see them. Unfortunately, we can shoot all parts of the museum other than the royal mummies. So if you want to see the royal mummies yourself, you have to come down to Cairo, to Egypt, and see them yourself.
Okay, hi. Now we are in the Civilization Museum, one of the best and the greatest museums in Egypt. The masterpieces here in this museum are the amazing mummies. We have about 22 greatest kings and queens mummies here. All of them ruled Egypt during the New Kingdom, and they are the greatest kings because they saved this country. Egypt at that time was the best and the greatest country in the world in ancient Egypt.
Here you can see an animation of all the different symbols from ancient Egypt. Like you can see the tree of life, there are other symbols for protection, there's birth, safety, transformation. You can also see these caskets of the mummies. So the mummies were taken in these caskets which are placed in the Egyptian museum.
So bread industry was one of the most important industries in ancient Egypt. That's why we have here very ancient loaves of bread, and that's the first sandwich in the history on the left side. Here we have the first lighter in the history. This is the first beauty center in the history. We have some pieces for cosmetics, and these are the hairpins, the first coins which were used in Egypt, because in ancient Egypt we didn't have coins or currency, and we started to use coins for the first time during the Greek period, and those are some receipts made of papyrus. This is a covering of the Holy Kaaba in Mecca. We used to make it here in Egypt till 1962, and it was an amazing festival when they put it inside that tent, covering of the Holy Kaaba inside this amazing tent, and they also put it on the top of one of the camels to travel from here to Saudi Arabia. And there were some musicians and singers used to celebrate moving from here to Holy Kaaba in Mecca.
They have these beautiful gardens surrounding the whole museum. So once you are done with the museum, you can step outside and enjoy spending some amazing time in these gardens and having a view of the Cairo city. This is Coptic Cairo, built around 525 BC. It hosts a large number of beautiful churches located within what was historically known as Babylon Fortress. So now we are in the Coptic area and we're going to be exploring some really cool monuments. For example, right now we're going to be going to the Hanging Church. Can you tell us a little bit about the Hanging Church?
The Hanging Church is an amazing church, and it's the only church here on the top of this street. All the other churches are underground. We call it the Hanging Church because it was built on the top of 2 towers of Babylon Fortress, the Roman fortress, which is outside.
Great. So let's go and check it out. I have never seen underground or hanging churches before, so it's going to be my first time. So let's go see it. Here we are at the entrance. The history of Egypt is diverse, and when we look at it, we see a great heritage of different civilizations. Christianity is one of the main religions that left a mark on the land of Egypt. This, the Hanging Church, is the most famous Coptic church in Egypt. Built on the southern gate of the Babylon fortress, some historians trace its origin to the 3rd or 4th century. So guys, now we're going to go inside and we're going to see one of the towers that the Hanging Church is built on. So let's go and see it. So you can see from right here the towers. Look at this. Now from here we can also see the other tower.
So we're gonna visit the most important church here, which is called Abu Surga Church. Under this church, there is a small cave where the Holy Family lived for 3 months. Actually, the Holy Family, which is Jesus Christ, Virgin Mary, and Saint Joseph the Carpenter, lived here in Egypt for 3 years and a half, and they lived in this cave. We're gonna see it now for 3 months.
Okay guys, so this is the cave where they lived for 3 months, and this is the well where they would drink water from. So as you can see, it says here the well which the Holy Family drank water from. So now we're gonna go down in the cave and see where they lived while they were here in Egypt. This is the cave where the Holy Family took shelter for their time in Egypt. The church celebrates the passage of the Holy Family in June every year. Okay guys, so here's where we're going to have our lunch today. It's the Old Cairo restaurant. They serve a number of local delicacies and things like that. So let's go. I really like the music and the ambience of the restaurants here. Like if you see, you can hear it. It's really amazing. And then we went on to visit the Khal KH Market one more time, because yesterday the place that we were at, I think they were mainly selling like apparels and clothes, but we need some real souvenirs. So we got dropped off at the other side, because this market is really huge. So it has different sections and they sell everything here. And finally I see beautiful souvenirs, and we got so many things for our home from here. Cairo was founded in 2000 BC. Its long history has left imprints on every corner of this mesmerizing city. Next, we moved on to the Cairo Citadel. So here now we're come to Saladin Citadel. This place just looks so massive and beautiful. There's so many different spots inside here that we're going to be exploring now. So it's actually right in front of me. And now we're going to be heading inside. So let's go. So you can get all of your tickets from here and then go in. So to give you a brief, all attractions in Egypt are ticketed, of course. They range between around 150 Egyptian pounds to 400, 450. Most common being actually around 450 Egyptian pounds per person, which is the entry fee here at the Citadel. It's also 450 Egyptian pounds. To give a little perspective on the pounds, $1 equals 30 Egyptian pounds. It is one of Cairo's most important monuments and even a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Citadel is a complex that comprises of 4 museums and 3 mosques. This is the Mosque of Muhammad Ali. It's situated on top of a hill in Cairo, and the mosque offers stunning views of the city below, which we will see just about in some time. It has some resemblance with the Ottoman style, because the architect of this mosque is actually Turkish. So right now we're standing right in front of the mosque, and Shaz is taking some videos for Instagram, but I'm here being dedicated and committed to making YouTube videos. Yes guys, that's me. So like you see, there's the Muhammad Ali Mosque right here. Just look at it. So beautiful. It's really massive. Looks amazing. Let me show you from closer up. The mosque is an excellent example of Ottoman-style architecture. Every detail is so intricate. It has a large central dome and 4 smaller ones surrounding it. Let's move on to the main courtyard area. You'll find yourself in this large courtyard of the mosque, surrounded by imposing arched colonnades. The central courtyard is where worshippers gather for Friday prayers and other special occasions. This clock tower that you see in the courtyard was actually a gift from France, and in exchange of this gift, the king gifted them an obelisk from the Luxor temple. As soon as you enter the mosque, you'll be struck by its opulent interiors. The main prayer hall is adorned with intricate Islamic calligraphy, stunning chandeliers, and beautifully carved marble. It can accommodate up to 4,000 worshippers at a time. As I mentioned, the Mosque of Muhammad Ali sits atop one of Cairo's highest hills, giving it sweeping views of the sprawling city below. Cairo has been amazing, guys. We saw many places. We spent 2.5 days here almost, and it was quite fun. Now we're almost towards the end of our Cairo trip, but this is just the beginning of our our Egypt adventures. We have many cities that we are yet to visit. In total, I think we're visiting about 8 places. So this is just the first one. So you have 7 more different videos that will be coming up, and this was the perfect start to our trip because obviously the main highlight is the Giza pyramids, and we saw it. That marks our third wonder that we have seen so far. We have seen the treasury in Petra, the Taj Mahal in India, and the pyramids in Giza. So the list is still there, still long. It has been amazing so far. I just wish it was a bit more clear in terms of the sky. What do you think?
Yeah. Actually, it feels like smog. But the people here are saying that it's a fog, so I'm not sure.
Never know, but we couldn't see the pyramids exactly like crisp clear yesterday as well, and now you see the view behind me is stunning. It's the entire city panoramic view, but we can't see it too well also. So this is almost a wrap for our Cairo trip, and really excited to see what other cities of Egypt hold for us.
Yep.
Yeah, so until then you guys, see you on the next vlog.
See you.